boys and girls, it's Marci Chavalas, and it's story time. I'm super excited to share this book with you. It's called When We Were Alone by David A. Robertson and Julie Flatt. I'm excited about this book because I am learning so many new things as I read through it, especially things about a new language to me. So we're going to be looking at some words in this book in a different language. This is the Cree language, which is spoken by the Cree people, an indigenous group to Native America, so North America. This is also an AR book for all you AR readers. It's AR level 3.5, worth half a point, and it's quiz number 195841. Are you guys ready to read with me? All right, let's grow. First, let's turn to the back of the book and see if there's anything we can learn. We've got a little clue here. We've got some family members that we're going to be reading about. So I'm excited to read. Let's grow. Today I helped my kukum in her flower garden. Wait a minute, boys and girls. You haven't heard that word before, or maybe you have. Kukum. She's helping her kukum. Let me give you a clue about what a kukum is. Could it be a puppy? No, it's not a puppy. That's not a puppy. A plant? No. How about grandma? My grandma. That's right. I helped my kukum, grandma, in her flower garden. She always wears colorful clothes. It's like she dresses in rainbows. When she bent down to prune some of the flowers, I couldn't even see her because she blended in with them. She was like a chameleon. So she's pruning the flowers. That means she's clipping off parts that need to be clipped off, maybe some dead parts, to help the plants grow better. Newcomb, why do you wear so many colors? I asked. Newcomb said, well, new system. There are some more new words. So we know that Kukum is her grandmother. Newcomb is my grandma. Or my grandmother, and Nusissum is granddaughter or grandson. And as we can tell that she is granddaughter. So here are our new words. Let's keep on reading. This is so much fun. When I was your age, at home in my community, my friends and I wore many different colors. But at the school I went to, far away from home, they gave us different clothes to wear. All the children were dressed the same, and our clothes weren't colorful at all. We all mixed together like storm clouds. Is this maybe like your school? Do you have to wear a uniform that might not be that colorful? Maybe your experience is like Newcomb's. Why did you have to dress like that? I asked. They didn't like that we wore such beautiful colors, Newcomb said. They wanted us to look like everybody else. But sometimes in the fall, when we were alone and the leaves had turned to their warm autumn hues, we would roll around on the ground. We would pile the leaves over the clothes they'd given us, and we would be colorful again. And this made us happy. Now, Newcomb said, I always wear the most beautiful colors. All right, let's see if we can remember that, boys and girls. Why does Newcomb wear beautiful colors? Yes, it's because at school she had to wear not beautiful colors. She had to wear the same thing as everybody else to fit in, and she enjoyed being different and wearing all the different colors. After I helped with the flowers, we went over to the back gate. There were vines covering the gate, and they reached all the way to the ground. When my kukum turned to fix the latch, I saw that her braid hung almost as low as the vines. It was like she had a tail. Newcomb, why do you wear your hair so long? I asked. Newcomb said, well, new system. Ooh, I can't wait to hear about this. Does your grandma have long hair? Mine had short hair. When I was your age at home in my community, my friends and I grew our hair long, just like our people have always done. It made us feel strong and proud. But at the school I went to, far away from home, they cut off all our hair. Our strands of hair mixed together on the ground like blades of dead grass. Why did you have to wear your hair like that? I asked. They didn't like that we were proud, Newcomb said. They wanted us to be like everybody else. Oh, that makes me sad, boys and girls. She was proud of her heritage and the way her and her people wore their hair. And when she had to go to this special school that she was made to go to, they didn't like that. And they made her have to change her clothes and her hair. Is that some place you would like to go, boys and girls? No, me neither. I know she learned how to read and write and do math and things like that, but can we learn to read and write and do math and not have to give up things that are important to us, like the way that we wear our hair or our clothes? I feel sad because that shouldn't happen. And it seems like her grandmother, Newcomb, felt the same way. They wanted everyone to be like everybody else instead of recognizing that people are different. And that's a beautiful thing. But sometimes in the spring, when we were alone and the grass had grown so long and thick in the field, we would pick the blades from the ground. We would braid them into the short hair they had given us, and we would have long hair again. This made us happy. Now, Newcomb said, I always wear my hair very long. So it looks like even though she had to make those changes when she was a little girl, her granddaughter's age, she found ways to connect with her culture and her heritage and ways to make her happy. When she did that, it made her happy. And I think that's great. After my Cookum had fixed the latch, I followed her to the birdhouse. There was a bird flying through the air like a jingle dress dancer. She fed the bird and whispered, oh, these are some new words. I'm going to have to try them out. Na pinyasis michiso. Ta missy kitian. Ta miskaisian. Ooh, what does that mean? That means, here, little bird, eat so you will get big and strong. Her words sounded just like a poem. Newcomb, why do you speak in Cree? I asked. Newcomb said, well, Newsissum. When I was your age, at home in my community, my friends and I always spoke our language. But at the school I went to, far away from home, they wouldn't let us speak our words. All the children used their strange words, and we didn't understand them at all. Our voices blended together like a flock of crows. Oh no, this is another change that must have been hard. And maybe you've experienced a hard change. Maybe you've come from a different country, or at home you speak a different language like Newcomb did, where she had to come and she was learning a strange language and they wouldn't let her speak the language that she grew up understanding. That must be very difficult and very hard to have to change your hair, change your clothes, and even change your language just to go to school. Why did you have to talk in their language? I asked. They didn't like that we spoke our language, Newcomb said. They wanted us to talk like everybody else. But sometimes in the summer, even when I read this, boys and girls, it makes me happy because I know that this was a sad time for the grandma, but then she had another happy time where she got to reconnect with her heritage. So I'm excited to read this page. I even noticed the colors changed too. It's kind of bland colors, and now it's bright colors again. But sometimes in the summer, when we were alone and our teachers weren't anywhere around the place we were, we would whisper to each other in Cree. We would say all the words we weren't allowed to say so that we wouldn't forget them. This made us happy. Now, Newcomb said, I always speak my language. Oh, now are they saying bad or inappropriate words, boys and girls? No. It's not keeping that kind of secret. It's when they get together, they get to speak the language they grew up speaking in their homes. And that made them happy because they didn't want to forget their language, just like we wouldn't want to forget the language that we speak to our moms and dads and our grandparents, our aunts and uncles and our friends in. So it's important to keep your family's language. And that's something that is beautiful. And we shouldn't have to hide that or whisper or only use that at certain times. After our gardening work was done, I sat with my Cookum in the backyard. Her brother came over and sat with us. He comes over all the time. We drank tea and ate bannock. The tea was hot and sweet, and the bannock was moist and warm and melted in my mouth. My Cookum and my uncle talked and laughed like children. Newcomb, why do you and the Newcomis always spend time together? I asked. Newcomb said, well, Newsissum. Oh, there's a new word, boys and girls. Newcomis. We've met her. Do you remember what he was? That's right, uncle. So our Nokomis means uncle. Let's learn about why they always spend time together. When we were your age, at home in our community, being with family was the most important thing. We played with each other, did chores together, and shared everything. But at this school I went to, far away from home, they wouldn't let us be together. My brother and I were separated, like day and night. Why were you and Nokomis separated? I asked. They didn't like when we were with family, Newcomb said, because when we were together, we thought too much of home. Aw, does she look happy, boys and girls, being separated from her family? Absolutely not. That's no fun. It's more fun when we're at school with our friends and our family, and it looks like she doesn't even get to be with her own brother. That's sad. Of course, she would think of home because she's far away and she misses it. But sometimes in the winter, we were alone and we were sure that nobody could see us. We would find each other. We would take off our mitts, and in the crisp, cold air, we would hold hands so we could be with each other. It made us happy. Now, Newcomb said as she reached over and held my uncle's hand and mine, I am always with my family. Well, that makes me happy. She found ways to be with her family. And that's the end of the story, boys and girls. I wish it just kept going on and on because I had so much fun reading. I love the way that her grandmother, when she was little, found ways to continue to do things that made her happy instead of just fitting in with everybody else. Well, thank you for reading the story. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to click the like button right now. And if you'd like to hear more stories, subscribe so you can get the newest stories each week. All right, until next time, boys and girls, goodbye now.